Hey, it's Kat here with a belated, what is it called? October wrap up. And it's like super belated and super short because I started my job and I started school. So my reading has plummeted. Yay! Yay! School and work and money. Awesome. And I'm also haunted because these things keep moving in my room. And that's not very nice. And I told the ghost that it's not very nice to do that. It's called being rude. And he ain't like stopping. He, she, them ain't stopping. They're not stopping. So anyway, I read the total of 4 books in the month of October, which sucks because I planned to read way more and I didn't. So that's happening. Also, I read a shit ton of fanfiction, Hannibal fanfiction, because I'm great and I can't get enough of Hannibal, and he's awesome. Yeah, I love him. But since I can't show you Hannibal fanfics, because I forget what they're called and I read like one shots to book level fanfics, we're just gonna do the books. So yeah, the first 2 books I have here, I didn't. These are the ones I finished left. Is the Darren Shin like series. I read the first one, which is A Living Nightmare, and the second one, which is The Vampire Assistant, and I enjoyed some things in these books. I don't think I'm going to continue the series, even though I have the rest of the series. I think I'm just going to give them to my local bookstore because I just didn't really like them. They felt underdeveloped in characters and everything. I don't know. I don't want to say that I feel like I'm too old for the series because that doesn't seem right. Because that's like saying you're too old for Harry Potter or something. You ain't too old for a book. It's not the thing for me. It's just really weird because like I read a lot of like really young kids books, but this one wasn't doing it for me. And I don't know if it's just because the main character is like a fucking idiot. I mean, seriously, he steals a vampire spider. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like you keep no, 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 just no. He's just an idiot, and he's an idiot in the second book. So I'm probably not going to finish this series. But if you are going to start on the series, I do say that's quite dark for a kid's book. Like people die and stuff, and like get eaten and mauled and torn apart. That's just like how the books go. But you don't really feel connected to all the gruesome stuff that's going on. I'm just like, when something like this girl's arm falls off or something, I was just like, okay, like I really don't give a shit. I don't care. So yeah, that series probably not gonna finish. The next book I have is Let the Right One In, which I have a review up compared. I have a review that I compare this book to the movie, and I freaking enjoyed this book. It is so good. It makes me not want to go to Sweden. I am not going to Sweden. I will go to Denmark. What do they have in Denmark? Giant waves and apparently people getting wrongly accused of child rape because I watched The Hunt recently with Mads Mikkelsen and that's set in Denmark, so that's all I got. that's all that's all the knowledge I have of Denmark at this point. Of horrible stuff. But while in Sweden, I read the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. I read this one. Sweden ain't chill, okay? Though I'm pretty sure Denmark also has a lot of messed up books because for some reason the Scandinavian countries don't write happy books. They don't do it. They don't. Okay? Just accept it. They don't. But in case you didn't know what this book is about, it's about a girl who I think she's not 12. I don't know when she got turned into a vampire. I forgot. I think she was 11 or something. And she got turned into a vampire at a very young age. And this is about her life now that she's like almost 500 years old and she's just hanging out with this kid named Oscar who's kind of a serial killer. Well, potential serial killer. He has the potential to be a serial killer. And that's the story. Next one I have is actually one that initially I didn't like, but is now my favorite book I read in the month of October, and that is Another by Yuko. But it's that name. And this is actually 2 books in one because it was published in parts and it was translated and all that good stuff. And it's really pretty. It's really pretty. Look how pretty. our faces don't connect. But this is a really good book, and this is about a curse in a classroom of class 3A, 3B, class 3 that has a curse because a long time ago they this one of their classmates died, and they pretended that he still existed because they're idiots. And so they put a curse on their classroom. And so now they're trying to break the curse. But the class is trying to break the curse, but there's this new kid that they can't, like, I don't want to spoil it, so never mind. But this new kid just comes in and he does not know what's going on, and all this crazy stuff is happening. And he hangs out with this one girl, her, who is really chill and has an eye patch. There are a few like initial complaints about this book, which later I really, really liked about it. It was that nothing happens for the first 150 pages. Literally, once you go to page 151, everything happens. All this stuff goes down, but the first 150 pages, nothing. You're just like, what's going on? But the minute you hit page 151, everything happens. And like when I say nothing happens in the first 150 pages, nothing happens. He's just going through his day in school and hanging out with this one girl. And like there's a little bit of stuff happening, a little bit of like atmosphere, and you're like setting it up and everything. But oh my god, does nothing happen. And then everything happens, and then you're kind of just like, whoa, whoa, calm your horses. You need to chill. So that's what happens in this one. I will do a full length review type of thing on this after I read the manga, because I kind of want to compare it. And I heard that the manga has a different ending than this. Same with the anime. The anime has a different ending than the book, but the book was written first. So yeah. So once I read all that, I will do a full length review with spoils and everything and all this cool stuff, because I'm cool like that. Yeah. And like I said, I did read a whole bunch of fan fiction because I can read that at work, because I don't really want to bring well, I do bring a book to work, but when I'm actually working, it's easier to read on my phone. So I've been reading a lot of fan fiction, and that has been a roller coaster that is hard to get off of. Okay, it's like back in my supernatural days, all I did was read fan fiction. So that's happening, and yeah, that's it. That's my October thing, my October wrap up that I can't ever remember wrap up for some reason. So yeah, cheers.